A woman linked to your ex just made a shocking confession behind your back. She is terrified you'll find out. Archangel Michael says, the silence around you is not ordinary, it's laced with a storm someone is trying desperately to hide. She never intended for her words to reach your ears, but what she said behind closed doors has now begun to echo in realms beyond her control. There are whispers swirling in the air, and your name is at the center of it all. It started when she visited a place she swore she'd never return to, holding tightly onto a burden she could no longer bear. Her confession was sudden, tearful, and filled with fear, not for herself, but for what would happen if you ever found out. Someone recorded it, unintentionally at first, but now that truth has a pulse of its own. She is deeply connected to your ex, not just through past ties, but through a tangled web of secrets, jealousy, and guilt. She didn't expect the weight of her choices to grow so heavy, but the fear in her heart grows each time your name is spoken. There are others who know now, and they are waiting for you to uncover what's been buried in silence. One sentence broke the barrier. It was never meant to happen like this. That single line changed the atmosphere in the room where the confession spilled out. Her voice trembled, her hands shook, and in that moment, even the walls felt like they were listening. Type Amen to get blessing. March 1933. She didn't cry for pity. She cried because she knows what she did. There's something sacred about the truth. No matter how long it's hidden, it demands light eventually. Your ex may appear calm and collected, but behind his composed expression lies a mind spinning in chaos. He knows this woman has reached her limit, and he's terrified that she'll reveal more than she already has. Her eyes dart around rooms like she's waiting for a shadow to confront her. She was part of a setup that affected your destiny. She wasn't the mastermind, but she held the key that unlocked a door to betrayal. Her guilt didn't come overnight, it built up piece by piece. Until it shattered her defenses, she has dreamed of you lately, not out of admiration, but from anxiety. She sees you rising, protected, watched over, and untouched by the traps they laid. And that, more than anything, terrifies her. Type Amen to get blessing. 444. Archangel Michael says, she once laughed at your pain, thinking it would never matter. But today, her laughter has turned into silence, the silence that eats away at her peace every single night. Someone warned her, if you speak the full truth, you'll lose everything. But what she didn't expect was how her silence would cost her even more. A powerful spiritual force is now demanding balance, and she's caught in between. You've been walking in alignment lately, and heaven is opening pathways in your favor. This confession may seem small to others, but to the divine, it is a turning point. You're being shifted into justice, even if you haven't seen the full picture yet. A message is traveling toward you, not through words, but through signs, an overheard conversation, a strange look from someone you barely know, or a piece of paper left out in the open. Pay attention. She is terrified of what's coming next. Type Amen to get blessing. 555. She tried to delete messages, erase evidence, and pretend it never happened. But the digital imprint remains. Somewhere, in a hidden folder, is proof of what she did. Your ex is beginning to panic, sensing that you are closer than ever to the truth. He's reaching out to old connections, trying to control the narrative before it slips from his hands, but it's already too late. Archangel Michael says, you are not alone in this. Angelic forces are circling around you, guarding your reputation, preparing to bring clarity to a story that has long been twisted. The time of confusion is closing. This woman wasn't just a passerby in your story, she played a key role in the decisions that broke you, but what she didn't count on was your ability to rise. That rise is what haunts her most. Type A meant to get blessing 606. She confessed to a friend, thinking it would go no further. But that friend, unknowingly, carried the weight of her words into the ears of someone who knows you. That's when the shift began. The divine doesn't allow injustice to go unnoticed forever. This is not revenge, it's alignment. You are being guided into truth, not to destroy, but to free. The woman involved now feels a burning in her chest every time someone brings your name up. It's a mix of shame, fear, and a subtle regret, but she knows she cannot undo what was set into motion. She watched you from afar, surprised that you were still standing. She thought you would fall, break, or disappear. But your resilience confused her, and now it terrifies her. Type Amen to get blessing 717. One of the reasons she confessed was because of a dream. In that dream, she saw a figure wrapped in radiant light standing at the edge of her bed, pointing silently to your face. The moment she woke, her pillow was wet with tears. This figure was no ordinary being, it was the hand of divine retribution, showing her that truth cannot be buried forever. She called someone immediately after that dream, saying, "I think it's happening, I think they're being shown." You are being shown things not by accident, but by divine order. Don't ignore the thoughts that repeat, the instincts that guide you to pause, look again, and reconsider certain people. Those nudges are heaven's fingerprints. Archangel Michael says, "There's a divine court convening in your favor. People who laughed when you cried are now facing moments of their own silence." You were never alone, even when it felt like it. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You'll soon see someone behaving strangely, stammering when they greet you, fidgeting when they speak, avoiding your gaze. That is her. She doesn't know how to act normal anymore. She believed if she could just stay quiet long enough, it would pass. But your light has started pulling shadows into view. The truth is magnetized to your presence now. Someone very unexpected is about to tell you what she said. It will come suddenly, perhaps during a casual moment. A passing sentence that unlocks everything. Be prepared. She's watching you online, on social platforms, through shared contacts. She scrolls through your posts with a heart full of regret and disbelief. She never thought you'd glow this way after what was done. Type Amen to get blessing 929. The confession wasn't only about one event, it included something more, something that could have ruined your name permanently. She knows how close she came to crossing a dangerous line. She was asked to help frame you in a conversation. Just one sentence taken out of context was enough. But in the end, her guilt silenced her. She walked away, but not without leaving damage behind. You've been feeling restless, sensing something you can't explain. That's the energy of hidden truths moving through the atmosphere toward you. Stay grounded. It's coming. The woman is already beginning to lose her connections. People are distancing themselves. Not because you said anything, but because energy doesn't lie. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. A man who knows both you and her is at the edge of telling the truth. He's weighing the cost, but he's seen too much, his loyalty to you is growing, and he's about to tip the scale. The woman's biggest fear is that this man will speak. She's tried to silence him, guilt him, even bribe him. But his conscience is starting to rise. There is something in your energy right now that is calling forward every hidden thing. People are feeling uneasy around you, not because you're threatening, but because your spirit is demanding truth. Archangel Michael says, your name is surrounded with divine clarity. No lie formed against you can remain standing. You have been vindicated in the heavens. Type Amen to get blessing 1133. There is an old photo, taken long ago, where all three of you were present. That photo holds more than smiles, it holds clues. It may resurface soon. Watch for signs in threes. 3 phone calls, 3 red items in one place, or 3 people mentioning the same name. The universe is aligning a pattern to lead you. The woman is not sleeping well anymore. Her dreams are being interrupted by visions of what could happen if her secret spreads. The torment has begun. You may feel called to speak to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Don't ignore that feeling. That person may carry a piece of the puzzle without realizing it. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Soon, a message will arrive that begins with a simple phrase, you deserve to know this. That sentence will carry the truth you've been seeking. Brace yourself. You will not need to confront her, the truth is already moving through your surroundings, revealing itself with power and precision. Everything done in shadows is now facing the light. She's watching everything fall apart, and the only name that keeps echoing in her mind is yours. Not because you pursued her, but because divine justice is pursuing her. You will be elevated in the exact area where they tried to break you. Honor will rest upon you like a crown. Your glow is unstoppable now. Type Amen to get blessing 1333. Archangel Michael says, you were marked by God for truth, not for torment. Every arrow aimed at your heart is being reversed. Peace coming in waves now. There will be days when memories of what they try to do might sting again. But know this, you are no longer who you were then. You've become a force they cannot undo. You are protected, chosen, and covered. No fear formed by their lies can touch you anymore, their games have reached their final round. And finally, trust the silence between now and what's coming next. It is not empty. It is full of heavenly movement. What's unfolding is unstoppable now. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, she can feel it. Every moment you get closer to discovering the truth. Her heart beats with a kind of dread she cannot explain. Her hands tremble when she speaks your name, even when pretending everything is fine. But the weight of her actions clings to her like a second skin she can't take off. There's an old voice recording she once forgot to delete. It contains words she never wanted anyone to hear again. That file has now made its way to someone connected to your future. The person who heard it didn't understand it fully at first, but then they matched the voice, the name, the timelines, and everything changed. You may not know it yet, but someone is preparing to bring it to your attention. And once you hear it, your spirit will confirm what your intuition already knew. She has been praying, yes, praying that you never find out, because if you do, not only will her truth be exposed, but a chain reaction will begin that could uproot her entire life. Her desperation is hidden behind a forced smile. Type A meant to get blessing 1555. She believed she was helping your ex at the time. She thought by protecting him, she would be rewarded with loyalty, protection, maybe even love. But now she realizes, he used her as a shield. The moment your ex turned cold on her, she began to see the cracks in everything. She saw how he had fed her lies about you, just to win her support. Now she's stuck between shame and betrayal. You are not seeking revenge. You are walking in divine justice. That's why everything is unfolding without your hands having to force it. There is a spiritual record being reviewed. Heaven is not forgetting what was spoken in the dark. And the time has come for light to shine on every hidden sentence. Type A meant to get blessing 1666. The woman even tried to reach out to someone connected to you through a fake name. She wanted to test the waters, to see if you already knew. But her message never reached you. It was intercepted. That's how you know heaven is protecting your path. Even when they try to sneak into your circle, the spirit surrounds your territory like a wall of fire. No deceit can cross it. The person she once leaned on for support is now slipping away. They are starting to see through her layers, and the trust she built is crumbling, and all roads lead back to what she said about you. There will be a moment soon, unexpected, silent, and powerful, where truth will walk into your room like wind. A chill will go through your body. That's when you'll know. She has finally been exposed. Type A meant to get blessing 1777. Archangel Michael says, her name is already written in the book of judgment, not by your hands, but by divine hands. She may run, hide, or deny, but what's coming cannot be stopped. You are walking into a season of full clarity. She is preparing to move away from the people who know what she did. She thinks distance will erase what she's done. But no matter how far she runs, her guilt will follow. Your ex is trying to cover his own tracks now. He has deleted photos, removed names, and blocked certain people, but even that won't save him, because what's in spirit cannot be erased by human hands. A mutual friend is growing uneasy. They've held this secret too long. Their conscience is bubbling, and soon they will reach out to you in ways that surprise you. Type A meant to get blessing 1888. This friend may say something simple like, "Can we talk?" Don't brush it off. That conversation will be the bridge between your past betrayal and your future liberation. The woman never expected you to come this far. In her mind, she thought you'd fall apart, fade away, or chase revenge, but you became stronger. You became light. Now your light is calling shadows to confess. Every lie, every half-truth, every hidden document is beginning to surface. It's not random, it's divine timing. Even your silence has become powerful. Without uttering a word, you're forcing them to face themselves. And that, more than anything, is what they never saw coming. Type A meant to get blessing 1999. She once laughed behind your back, mocking your pain, your struggle, your hope. But now she can barely look in the mirror. Her laughter turned to gasps in the dark. Someone from her past is returning into her life, and they know what she did. They are not coming to destroy her, but to remind her of who she used to be. That's the beginning of her reckoning. Archangel Michael says, you are not to be distracted by their downfall, you are called to rise higher. The mess they created is being cleaned up by forces greater than them. She is watching your story unfold online, with each post, each smile, each victory becoming a reminder that the one they try to bury is still standing tall. And that will eat at her more than any confrontation ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. There is a document that was edited to make you look like the villain. She helped draft it. But the original copy still exists. That file will resurface soon. Not through an enemy, but through someone who was there and knew it was wrong all along. They held it, waiting for the right moment. You are in that moment now. Everything hidden will be brought to light, not with chaos, but with divine authority. You don't need to fight for it. It's coming to you. A voice recording, a screenshot, a paper trail, these are no longer in their control. Heaven is releasing pieces of the puzzle, and each one is making its way to you now. Type Amen to get blessing 2111. Her fear grows every time she hears your name. She wonders, do they know? Even when no one has said a word. That paranoia is not accidental, it's the weight of guilt pressing on her spirit. She thought she was powerful once. Thought her words had the strength to break you. But now she sees, you were never the weak one. Her confession behind your back is no longer contained, it's spreading like ripples in water. One truth leads to another. You'll soon receive a message that says, I need to tell you something important. Don't ignore it. It will be the beginning of a closure you never thought possible. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. You are not being pulled into drama, you are being pulled into revelation. There's a difference. And this revelation will clear your name forever. The woman's eyes are always scanning now, looking for signs that the walls are closing in. She feels the pressure building. That pressure is not from you. It's from truth. Your glow, your peace, your silence, it all provokes her. Because deep down, she knows you were innocent. And that burns hotter than anything she's facing. You are not the person they lied about. You are the person they fear will speak truth. And now, that truth is thundering toward them with divine force. Type Amen to get blessing 2333. Archangel Michael says, rest easy tonight. The confession they tried to bury is already in motion, it's reaching the right ears, the right hearts, the right timing. Every tear you cried in confusion was counted. Every prayer you whispered in pain was heard. And now, every truth is being returned to your hands. You don't need revenge, you need only to receive. What's yours is coming: restoration, clarity, honor, and peace. She is watching you from the shadows, wondering if today is the day you'll find out. And when that day comes, the earth itself will tremble with justice. Type Amen to get blessing February 1944. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, she sits in silence more often now, the kind of silence that deafens the soul. The confession she whispered behind closed doors has taken on a life of its own. It's crawling into spaces she never intended, reaching hearts she never expected to hear it. Every morning, she wakes with the same question pulsing in her chest: did they find out yet? That question has become her prison, locking her inside fear while you walk freely in grace. Her own guilt is aging her, faster than she realizes. One person, someone who knows her well, is watching her unravel. They are growing concerned, noticing how anxious she's become around certain names and conversations. That person is beginning to suspect the truth. You are protected by a divine circle no human hand can break. Every time someone tries to block your blessing, the circle expands. Every hidden agenda now faces divine exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 2555. There was a day, not long ago, when she nearly confessed everything to you directly. Her fingers hovered over the send button of a long message typed in trembling honesty. But fear stopped her, and she erased it all, hoping the urge to speak would fade. It didn't fade, it grew louder. Now the words are pounding at her from the inside, begging to be let out, because truth refuses to be chained. You may notice her glancing at you if she passes by, avoiding eye contact but yearning to speak. That look in her eyes isn't hatred, it's the burden of knowing she did you wrong, and that you survived anyway. Archangel Michael says, your survival is not random, it is orchestrated proof that no darkness formed against you can win. Your light was designed to expose and dismantle every lie they ever built. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. There is a conversation happening soon, perhaps at a gathering, or even in a place of rest, where someone will mention you. And in that moment, another person will hesitate, then speak a truth they've held back for too long. This woman may not even know how far the confession has already spread, she still believes parts of it are safe. But the truth is, the walls she built are paper thin now. Every time she deleted a message, blocked a name, or denied her involvement, she thought she was creating distance. But what she really created was a spotlight, shining brightly on the exact moments of betrayal. Your ex is aware of this now, he feels it closing in, not just from her, but from the divine justice he never expected. His calm demeanor is a mask. Underneath, he's spiraling. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. Soon, a letter or email will be forwarded to you. It may look harmless, even subtle. But between the lines is a thread of truth. That thread will pull you toward the full picture. This woman's confession isn't just about betrayal, it's about manipulation, jealousy, and envy. She never truly hated you. She wanted to be you. The envy grew slowly, like vines curling around her spirit, fed by every compliment you received and every glow-up she watched from a distance, and your ex, knowing this, fed her lies just to keep her useful. You are not the villain in their story. You are the rising hero. And that's what they can no longer deny, no matter how hard they try. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. The spiritual realm is shaking in your favor, ancestors. Angels and protectors are all aligning around you now, declaring that enough is enough. What was done in the dark will not continue. The woman knows something has changed. She can feel the spiritual fire that's now surrounding your name. Every time she tries to forget, reminders appear, your voice, your name, your image in unexpected places. This isn't just justice. It's transformation. You are being rewritten in the story, not as a victim, but as a vessel of truth and breakthrough. Archangel Michael says, the atmosphere around you is no longer quiet. It is thundering with holy revelation. The moment of your full awakening is near. Type Amen to get blessing 2999. Someone you least expect will defend you soon. They once believed the lies, stayed silent, maybe even joined in. But now, they can't stay silent any longer. This person will say, I used to think they were the problem, but I was wrong. That sentence will open doors you didn't even know were closed. Your vindication will be public. The woman who confessed never thought it would go this far. She never imagined you'd survive, much less thrive. Now, she is watching you become everything she secretly admired. She will try to spin her words, pretend it wasn't meant how it sounded. But the truth has already landed. And no spin can undo the spiritual consequence of her choices. Type Amen to get blessing 3033. There is an old diary entry or saved note from her phone that still exists. It contains lines she wrote during her guilt-filled nights. That digital evidence is being unearthed. One person has access to it. They stumbled upon it accidentally, but felt compelled to read every word. Now they are debating whether to send it your way. The reason they hesitate is because they once helped cover her tracks, but now, their spirit is stirring, knowing the time for exposure has come. They can't protect her any longer. You may feel something shift in your sleep, a strange vision, a name whispered, a number repeated. That's your sign. Pay attention, the breakthrough is being handed to you, piece by piece. Type Amen to get blessing 3111. She is seeking a way to undo what's been done. But no apology has been made. Only silence, avoidance, and an inner plea that you never discover the full story. But the story is yours, it belongs to your healing, your truth, your restoration. And no one can rob that from you anymore. You are now stepping into the space where truth cannot be twisted. What you thought you lost will be restored. What you thought was ruined will bloom again. Archangel Michael says, her confession was only the beginning. More is coming, and you will not have to chase any of it. The universe is delivering justice directly to your door. Type Amen to get blessing March 2022, if you wish to express your support further.